Hi everyone and welcome to High Achievers TV. I know that when you're trying to achieve even more in life and at work, you can sometimes be a little bit pioneering and forget to involve the people around you. So today we're going to look at what happens when that's the case. So let's take a look at what happens when you choose to work alone and you end up doing the wrong thing. I know that you go-getters out there will actually do this quite often, because when you're on this path of being more entrepreneurial or achieving even more, you sometimes feel like you've got a point to prove and you want to demonstrate to others that you really have got it in you. But if things don't go to plan, then you end up with a very individual and personal failure, which means that it can affect your inner confidence and will stop you from doing things going forward. There are some of you who actually will work against others because you really do feel that you have a point to prove. You might feel as though you've faced an injustice and want to demonstrate that you're not going to let it affect you, or actually you might just want to be the first at doing something. What happens is that failure is then monumental because others will look at you and potentially laugh. For those who involve others and it still ends up as doing the wrong thing, then you'll find that actually it doesn't really matter because the failure is collective and there'll be lessons learned from that. So other people will be supportive and want to make sure as a team that you don't do things wrong again. Now there are times, of course, when you will do things alone and it will work out for the greater good. But what can happen is that usually, because you've not used the people around you, you've just ended up with unnecessary workload. Similarly, if you actually end up working against others because you feel you have a point to prove and it ends up being the right thing to do, usually the case is that you become an unwanted hero. So you don't have that feel-good factor anyway, and people might resent you even more because you have stepped up and done something that isn't what they wanted to do. However, if you do the right thing involving other people, then that becomes a really powerful collaboration. The results are even stronger. So I'm hoping that you see from that the pitfalls of doing things the wrong way when you're not using other people, but also the real benefit of ensuring that you've got great like-minded people to work with so that you can achieve even more together. So thank you for listening. I'm hoping that you really do understand this saying of where there is collaboration, there is power. And I'll challenge you to go away and think about who could you work with on certain projects to make the results even better so that you can achieve even more. Please sign up to my High Achievers list if you haven't done so already, as I'd like to stay engaged. And if you have any questions or areas of business that you would like me to talk about, then please send them through to me. You never know, they might end up on the show. So to achieve more by understanding how to perform at your best and how to add more value to your role, invest in the Discoverer at lesliecalland.com. And don't worry, the profile doesn't tell me if you're a psychopath.